Okay, take your spot. Please take your spot. You will be beamed up in a second. Thank you very much for coming. This is the first little bit of your applause. You will get a little bit more applause later on. But I have a little list here, what I have to say. First of all, I have to point to those cameras. That means you're live. So everybody, I think we have 600,000 people watching at the moment, you know, so everybody is there. And you also have to know that there's a live recording of this little ceremony, that you don't be surprised by that. We do it in a slightly different way than others. You know, I don't speak to everybody of you individually here. I do that a little later in the courtyard, but I understand that you, Sardinia, will not be able to join us. So I already want to say thank you very much to you for doing this. We know you really had to manage a lot of things at the same time, and we are completely amazed by that, right? And we wish you a very good future and that everything goes right for you. If you have a chance when you're at home, you know, and can put on the live streaming, you know, then you might also hear a couple of words, and whether all your friends and colleagues that are here still, you know, applaud to you. What we're doing now is actually, you know, this little ceremony. I have to spray you now, all of you. No, I don't do that. That would be too much, you know. It's not enough spray anyhow. And we do the signing of the diploma, so the official signing. So one by one, you come here and smile into the camera, sign very carefully, then show the signature to the camera, like, you know, all the presidents in the world do when they sign a treaty or something like that. And then you go out to the courtyard, you know, where we all gather then in a minute and then celebrate you a little bit more. Shall we start with you, Sardinia? Do you want to come here and sign? And then we try to applaud, you know, we make up for those 600,000 outside here. Please come here and do sign in front of the booth, not behind me. And as I said, you know, look into the camera. We are so happy that you were with us. Could you? Thank you very much. Can you go back to your spot for a second? Bravo. And the next one would be Ingrid. Ingrid, and I will have a few words later on, but for the signature now. This is a weird situation, isn't it? You know, this is not really what you had hoped for when you started 4 years ago. Bravo, Ingrid. Back to your spot. And then we go on with Meryl. Meryl, could you come here and sign? And I'm not allowed to give you a hand or hug you or everything, so feel hugged. Yeah, this last half year was really special for all of you. So I really admire how you handled this situation and really managed to continue working. Meryl. And last not least, Eva. Another signature. But somehow this also, you know, asked artists to think differently a little bit, you know, about how would you present work, you know, how does that lead into the future? Bravo. So now you actually have your mugshot taken, so we have you on record for the rest of our lives. No, we do a group photograph over there. If you follow the sign and go out, and then we can ask the next group to join us. Take your bags with you. Yes, please. Don't leave them here because the next group is coming in right after you. And Martijn is going to get them in. Oops. So, again, Now I have to, break the silence and sing a song or something, to make sure that the next group will join us. The next group is not there yet. So we take group 3 now. Okay. Thank you for all the preparation here. And of course, there's people behind the cameras, and there are tons of them here doing a fantastic job to make this live stream work. I always, wanted to do that. Say hi to everybody at home, Hi there, hi to everybody at home. We still wait for students. It's not that we, lost our students. There is a group of students coming in. Please take a yellow spot each and keep your 1.5 meter distance. And as I said, I have to spray you first to disinfect you. No, I won't do that. Here is another one coming. Take one of those yellow spots. So, perfect. And which group is that now? That's the group that was meant to be here. Thank you very much for coming. This is actually going to be a very short ceremony. I have to point out the cameras. This is live. And as I said, there's 600,000 people waiting outside, and listening to you and looking at you. We will have more individual speeches later in the courtyard. So we make this very, very short. So I would like Meryl first to come and sign your diploma, which is here. So come here and look in the camera while you sign and smile. And yes, please look in that direction. There's a pen for each of you, so we make sure that we don't spread the virus. I don't know actually how you in the end managed to deal with this very special situation. Did you dream of that when you started 4 years ago? Not really, right? You did? You did? No. Bravo, Meryl. Philip, would you like to come here? Oh, no, hold on. Distance. Go back to your spot, please. And now, Philip. And of course, you can keep the pen, right? So it's a very special one. Look into the camera, sign the verdict, which, makes you an artist, hopefully, in the future. I don't know if you had time to think about plans for the future already. Bravo, Philip. I have to be interrupted. Back to your yellow spot. Here, sit here, sit. The next one, Lisa, please, for your signature. This is the weirdest ceremony we ever did, but somehow we get the hang of it. And you see, there's quite a few people, making that happen. But most important is that we meet each other outside again. Lisa. And last not least, Mirka, could you please come and sign your diploma? It really feels like signing a verdict, and you buy a washing machine or something like that, but it's actually a signature that is wrong. Mirka. Thank you very much. If you would now go out there to have your photograph taken, which will be then put together, then out to the courtyard, and we will see you in the courtyard in a couple of minutes. Okay, thank you very much for being here. And then we ask the next group, and thank you. I hope they're there already. Let's hope. Some people think this is very funny. I think it's very funny as well. It's really a weird situation, But I hope that parents, friends that are watching us in this live stream get something out of it and feel close to their friends and kids, when they finally finish their studies here at the KABK in The Hague. We're waiting for the next group of students. This is not going as smoothly as I wanted it to go, but at least, we are there. So maybe I can pour me a little drink while we wait, which is always important. But here we are. The next group is coming in. On your yellow spot, please. Sit here. Stop there. Stop there. Yes, perfect. Well done. You know, this is like directing you to a spot. This is the weirdest ceremony we ever had. This is live streaming, so there is cameras there. There's, yes, you can wave if you want to. There's, I heard there's 60,000 out there watching it. I don't know, it's not true, but quite a few, right? And we will not do a speech here. We will do that actually later outside, so that there's a chance for everybody to applaud. This is too close. So the only thing we're doing here is the signing of the diploma. And you get a little applause for that. And I would like you, Eric, to come first. Pass here. Oh, yes. And I spray you here, so you're disinfected. No, I don't. That's the holy water. That might be it. There's a pen for each of you. And if you look into the camera while you sign your diploma, and then come back to your spot. And have to speak constantly, so there is no break in here. This is the weirdest situation ever that we ever had. But we learn. Thank you. Back to your spot, please. You can keep it up. 1.5 meters. The next one, please, Karin, could you come and sign your diploma? Pass there. No, I don't spray you. It was a joke. I don't do that. Not at all. And as I said, later on, we will celebrate you a little bit more outside, if you want to. If don't, you know, then stay away. Well, we spray each other again. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Karin. Bravo. Isa, the next signature. You know, you don't do anything here. I'm just standing here and making time pass, you know. I might even play a little song or something, but that's not really what we're hoping to happen here. That is, you know, I don't know if we spoke about that before, but bravo, Isa. Over there. And next in this group, Nargis, please. Oh, you don't want it? Shall I keep it? You want to start again from the beginning? No, not. But it probably, you know, the last couple of months gave all of you another new insight what life of an artist could be like, and how quickly you might have to change your ways of making and your ways of presenting. And that's a very important experience, I think, as well. But while Nargis is signing, Nargis gets outside. Applause, thanks Nargis. And then we kindly ask you to move out here, have your photograph taken, so there's record of that, and then go to the courtyard where we will continue to celebrate later on. Thank you very much for being here. Bravo. This way out. And the next group could join us. Let me see, how many groups do we have? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Three more groups, 4 more groups I think we have to do. 1, 2, 3, or 5 more groups. My list is not long enough, but that's fine. We will see how that goes, how that works. The live stream. People showing each other their cups. Actually, you might not see that here. There's Santa Claus. Santa Claus, that's not really the right time at the moment, but that's okay. That's okay. Here's the next group coming. Please come in. Ooh. Boris is not here. Please take a spot and keep your distance. The two of you outside, you know, further away from each other, further away from each other. That's good, that's good. You know, I always wanted to do that, you know, to be the real teacher. We have a very different ceremony than usual. You probably know that already, right? We will have a little bit more celebration outside when I will also speak to everybody, a little something, you know. But we only do the signing of the diploma here, and we do that in front of all the cameras so that you know that you are recorded, you know, and cameras are watching you together with thousands of people outside, you know, at home and watching you. Would you please come to sign your diploma? Nicholas, you're first. Walk here, look into the camera so everybody sees you when you sign your verdict. and you know, do this in this very special situation. We have one student who has not showed up at the moment. Bravo, Nicholas. And if you can go back to your yellow spot, Nicholas, we would like to ask Marianne to come forward to sign your diploma. And I'm sure you're very happy that you're done now with this KABK, you know, and can move on into real life or into some other forms of education. We are, thank you, Marianne. Bravo. And you can keep the pen, you know, there's a little gift bag, so to say. Christian, can you come here and sign your diploma as well? Where was I? I forgot my spot. Yeah, going out and doing something else, you know. And you will probably be a very special generation of artists, Christian. Generation of artists who can talk, yeah, I studied in the Corona times, you know, something really different than everybody else. If you now can slowly move out to have your photograph taken, you know, then we can ask the next group. And it's a pleasure to see you here and keep your distance from each other. Thank you very much. And we ask the next group in. I have no idea. I have to see, this is the last group on my list, actually. Okay. Ah, pens, fantastic. How many thousand did we order? Do you know that? A lot. Yeah, but it's a good thing, you know, that we have those pens. Students should be waiting outside. I hope they're ready and come in a minute. They're still, you know, maybe they're afraid to come out because there's a live recording. Here they are, the next group. Hi, great to see you. Take a spot. Oh, you are the whole group? No, there is more coming in. Please come in, you know, take a spot on one of the yellow dots.
Simon Sharon, he's still in Sweden.
He is in Sweden, right, but Eva is there. 3 of you, very good. Thank you very much for joining us. We do this ceremony a little bit different than usual. Surprise, well, who would have expected that? We will have more little speeches outside in the courtyard where, you know, everybody can listen and, you know, applaud you. We want the applause. So what we do here is just the signing of the diplomas in front of the cameras. There's thousands of people watching you while you do that. And I would like to ask Hannah first to come to Martijn in front of this desk, you know, and sign your diploma. And you can think already, you know, about what you do with this diploma, you know, if you know, just frame it and think that's it, or if you move on from here and continue with your artistic career. Thank you very much, Hannah. And go back to your yellow spot, please. And the next one would be Eva Sigurðardóttir to come here and sign your diploma. You know, as I said to the first group or the group before, you will be the first generation of artists who can speak about that. You know, when I was young as a student, you know, we had this Corona epidemic going on, you know, and that was weird, you know. Eva. And last not least, I would like in here to come here and sign her diploma. We are happy to have you here, that you were here. We're a little bit sad to see you leaving. And of course, we ask you to stay in touch whenever something is happening, something important is happening in your life. We, of course, would like to know when you're invited to the next document. In here. And now I would like you all to go out to have your photograph taken, the group photograph, and we can ask the next group in. Can I have that list, because mine is actually stopping here. So we have this group and then one more. Okay, so we have 2 more groups and then we are done with this special event of signatures, which is going to be a hit, you know, on the internet, because when do you see people signing documents, you know? I know about those unwrapping, unpacking videos that are very popular. I don't know if signing becomes very popular in the future. Might be. I mean, we see people, important people signing important documents, and having journalists standing there and clicking constantly. But you haven't seen young artists signing your diploma yet, This is a complete new thing. Maybe you should make a tradition out of it. And very shortly, I'm running out of words. If the next group is not coming in, I don't know what to say anymore. But we have, as I said, 2 more groups to go. And they're a little bit shy, They don't like to come out into the limelight like that. But they will be here very, very soon. So we are just waiting. And they might be here now. Here. Oh, yeah, right. Take one of that beautiful spots here with your fantastic hat. I love that. Will you throw that later on? I hope so. Again, this is a very weird and special situation, to try to do a ceremony like that. Be aware that there are cameras, so there's live streaming, so there's thousands of people watching you. Maybe wave it to the camera, indeed. We only do the signing of the diploma here. Later on in the courtyard, we will have more speeches and more occasions, to really celebrate you. And I would like Sona to come first and sign your document. There's a pen for each of you, and you can keep the pen even. That's a big bonus of this year's cohort of students. So I hope you enjoyed your time being here. Sona. No, go back to your spot first. Oops. Right. And then Jessie or Jessica, please come here to sign your diploma. So now I hope you enjoyed your time here, that it was not too difficult for you, but it was enjoyable, and I know that you learned a lot. There's a lot has happened. Jessie, so if the 2 of you now would go out to have your photograph taken and then go out to the courtyard where we are going to celebrate. Thank you. And now we have the last group, if they show up. I hope they show up, It's a little bit smaller, but still, some 2 more groups. Okay, sorry, 2 more groups. Su, Yunwei, Elena. Elena is out, right? Okay. Yunwei, yeah. Su, Yunwei, and Rosa. Yeah, then we can put her into that as well. So the next group will be 4 students again, if all of them are here. And I think they are. And the host is just, preparing the candidates for the next game and, briefing them how to behave in front of cameras and how to behave in front of us after we briefed them for 4 years. Hi, here they are. Come in, please. Take one of the yellow spots. You can choose which one. It's free choice. Here's another one, Alexander. Well, over there, that's also fine. It's great to see you here. It has been great to work with you for the last 4 years. I hope you gained something out of it and will remember those days. You probably will remember those days as, very special because you're the first generation of artists that had to work under this Corona situation, in a very weird and different situation. We, do it this ceremony a little bit different than usual. Of course, we have to, that means there won't be long speeches here to you individually. I will do that, later on outside. So there's a chance to applaud you because this is what we want to do here. The only thing we want you to do here is sign your diploma. That means I will call you one by one, and do not forget there's cameras everywhere. There's hundreds of people outside at their screens, watching you, and they want to see you, how you manage now after 4 years studying to sign a diploma, if you can do that in a very artistic way. So, could you come first and sign your diploma? Thank you very much. The yellow and the yellow dot fit perfectly. That was really well thought through. And again, this was a very weird situation for all of you, this last 3 months. But I hope, you also learned something out of that for your professional life in the future, how quickly things can change. So, welcome. Maybe you go back to your yellow spot for now. And Jun Wei, if you could come forward now and sign your diploma. Oh, she forgot, she doesn't want it. Diploma and pen. You know, oh, I have to spray the pen now because it has been touched by somebody else. No, that would be okay this time. Jun Wei is now signing her verdict, her diploma, the big moment. Learning out of this weird situation. I know we all learned something out of that, that education also in fine art can look differently. Jun Wei, if you go back to your yellow spot, I'm not allowed to shake hands or even kiss you on the cheek or something. And now I would like Rosa to come and sign the diploma. And as we know, Rosa is one of the, well, actually the first student that completes the double degree here. So we will have another moment to celebrate with you, Rosa, together with our colleagues from Leiden University. Congratulations. And last not least today, Alexandra, could you please come forward and sign your diploma? Great that you could come. I know you were back home already, right? And now you're, oh, the big mistake. You were here all the time. That's also fine. Fantastic. Great. And we are now nearly done with this part. Bravo. If you go back to your spot for a short moment, and when you're back on the spot, I will ask you now to move out and have your photograph taken, and we will see each other in a couple of minutes outside in the courtyard. It's great to have you here. Thank you. And out you go. Bravo. And that is that part of it, so we can switch off that part of the live stream. Oh, there's one more. There's one more. There's one more. There's two more. Latecomers. Okay. Who are they? So I cannot have a break yet. We have to continue. I wonder if that's the students who always been late also for their studies. No, I don't think they have. That's, you know, very, very disciplined students. Ah, Boris, hi. Have a spot there? You're the only one. Yeah, and Annemiek, come in as well. Come in. If you take one of the yellow spots, please, you know, and, you know, I just mentioned because there's cameras everywhere. So there's a live stream and a couple of 100,000 people are watching you, of course, you know. I wondered, you know, if you were the students that always were late during their studies, but you weren't. So this must be a special occasion. We do this ceremony differently than before. That means there won't be long speeches individually about you now. We do that later on in the courtyard. The only thing we want you to do is now sign your diploma here. And don't forget, there's a camera. So look into the camera, smile and show that you are proud, you know, that you got your BA. And maybe Annemiek, you can come first. Is Annemiek here first or is Boris there? Annemiek, you can come first and sign your diploma. And we, you know, can talk a little bit. I have to talk here, you know, constantly. So there is no gap of people there. Maybe you want to say something. You want to sing a song or something? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're not, actually. You know, we said before, Annemiek, congratulations. If you shortly can go back to your little spot with your diploma and your pen, you know, this is your personal pen from now on. And Boris, if you now could come and sign your diploma. I don't know if you had thought already, Annemiek, how things move on from now on, you know, specifically while there is still restrictions. But I'm totally amazed how all of you managed actually to deal with this situation. Boris, keep your diploma. You don't get another one, only this one. You can't have two. And if you now could go out and have your photograph taken, you know, then we will meet each other outside in the courtyard for the second part of the ceremony. I think now we're done. Thank you very much. And I will move on to the next part. Thank you.
Kijk. Ik weet helemaal niet of je Nederlands praat.
Ja,
Oké.
Weet je het niet?
Oh ja, oké. Ja, ja, dat is Ik heb echt het beste zin gekozen.
Dear graduates, dear colleagues, welcome to the Diploma Ceremony of Fine Arts 2020. Great to see you. Dear graduates, you finalized your program during the Corona crisis. A crisis that none of us saw coming and that has determined the last months of your studies. I've watched the exams and I have to say, I'm deeply impressed by the work you have accomplished under these extraordinary circumstances. Your creativity and resilience are admirable. We would all have preferred it to be different, but I dare say that you have developed adaptability and perseverance. And those are powerful skills that you can put to good use in your professional future. I can proudly say that your work will be part of an amazing graduation show after the summer. And we will do everything we can to invite artists, designers, agencies, curators, gallery owners and other professionals to see your work and to meet you in person. In addition, an online catalogue will be prepared over the summer and you will get to curate your own page in it. This way your online visibility will be supported by the Academy before, during and after the show. Dear graduates, you are about to leave the Academy. For 4 years we have done our very best to equip you with the skills you will need to find your way in a truly dynamic field and to enable you to discover your personal passion and signature. It was an honor and a pleasure to be able to contribute to your development as artists and designers. Please know that you're always welcome at the Academy if you need support or advice. You've seen how hard you have worked over the past 4 years with a very intensive online final sprint. The diplomas are well deserved. And we have every confidence that you will find your way to the field and to society. We wish you every success, but also, and above all, a lot of fun in the professional field. For now, congratulations. I see you back after the summer holidays, and I'm really looking forward to get to know your work better. For now, I wish you a festive evening, and I hope a wonderful and relaxing summer. Thank you for your attention. Looking forward to
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Monica. I have now, I think, 350 pages, so please be patient, this will take a while. I always start, also in a year situation like this, with thanking a few people. I want to start with thanking our director. specifically this time, so thank you very much for doing that. So a little applause for my speech to criticize me for the director. And of course, as always, it's very important to thank the facilities management, as you facilities management, they have to work really hard to adjust to this situation. Like the others, they made it possible that you actually had a chance to work inside the building again, and really try to do something. So thanks for the facilities. I want to thank the administration, who of course also had to work extra shifts to make everything happening in order, and so thanks to study administration. Marketing and communication, I don't know if anybody is here, they had to reinvent the ceremony, they had to reinvent and of course, I want to thank Cecilia and Martijn. This is my friend now for the rest of the day. Cecilia and Martijn has to coordinate. Last but not least, well, not last but not least, there's another one, last but not least, but first of all, thanking all the tutors, that worked with you over 4 years, and also managed actually to continue working with you. It's a very special situation where they could only meet you on a very distant level, and I think it's fantastic and amazing what kind of job they did. Yes, the tutors, so give them an applause. And most of all, of course, I want to thank you, the graduates, for being with us for 4 years, for being a pain in the neck for 4 years, for asking, many, many, many questions, but many also for doing your work. It has been fantastic work. It's always a sad moment as well when we see you leaving, but it's also pride in this moment, to see what you managed to do over 4 years. I would like to say a short little bit about every one of you, and maybe we can give a little applause to each student. Usually we have so many more people here, so it would be a roaring applause. That's why actually we did something special. We tried to recall every applause that we can, strengthen your applause. Can we have that applause playing? It's not there. It's not there. So this is what's important. You will hear a few quotes from you, what I took from your websites or other material that we had available. And a start. The value of art is not in the realistic imitation of the world, but in spiritual enlightenment and painful environment. Interesting sentence. Now the student knows both that and cheese. And she also said, art creates fantastic life for us, and let us all live in a bubble. This sounds actually a little bit cautious, maybe a bit like a retreat, but maybe also a necessary retreat. She does not get tired to exercise, to mediate between Eastern and Western philosophy in a very skillful way. And that is not retreating at all. This is taking the bull by its horn. Jung Bai Sai. Body and Bed is the title of a Latin latest book, painted in the times of lockdown and restrictions. We all are familiar with the symbiosis between body and bed. The paintings take it to the next level, which literally has the potential to go under our skins. skins, because that's skins is one of our most exciting themes. And she is actually also one of our very, very first double degree students, Rosa Sack. Her skills appear to be traditional, wood carving, but she manages to take that skill into the 21st century. It is paired with a sense of acrobatic endurance and her experience to learn to trust herself. While we admire the patience and commitment in the carving process, the meditative peacefulness fills our souls. And this peacefulness is the condition to be able to unravel the beautiful stories which are told by extracting forms from wood. Otherwise, we could not read them. Su Yang. And we move on with meditation. Meditation is also central. And there's another applause. Thank you very much. And this meditation is central in her work and also the spiritual world. He experienced her struggle to find a foothold in the arts in the beginning. It was difficult to see beneath the surface of her art making, difficult to understand the purpose, the goal, or ambitions. It was also difficult for herself. And then she took a journey to the country of her ancestors and came back with stories and experiences which gave her great confidence and strength. And now her artistic senses and skills have received the frame which was necessary to start developing and exploring. She writes about her own work. Energy becomes visible, touchable, and tangible. And indeed, it does. Sona Sahak. Actually cannot be here at the moment, but he was still on my list, so I still read it out and we can give him applause. Maybe he is watching us. And I start with a quote. You get to enter a surreal, trippy, upside-down dimension where the digital and physical blends in a weird mix where thoughts and dreams and the world around and in his head, that is the artist, come together. And indeed, it's a very weird world that we enter in as paintings. Digital paintings turned into physical experience, altered, twisted, and manipulated. This is taking it upside down. It's not the digital which manipulates the real, but it feels like the real takes the power to manipulate the digital. There's a couple of more sentences, but I cut it short. This is actually for Simon Schön. Also, the next student actually was here, but had to go home already. And that's why it just makes sense to start with what I had planned. How does she handle the many responsibilities in her life and still find the energy to be a student and an artist? That is actually amazing. Autobiographic stories are a complex matter in literature, in filmmaking, and in art. The relevance does not come from being true to the own biography, but from its meaning for others, for the reader, the audience, the viewer. She has found her own very essential way in making us listen to her stories. Not because we are just interested in her, but because we recognize those stories, how far away they might have happened. And this is actually a wonderful skill. Shadinia Felicia. The next graduate. How can someone create so much chaos and be so calm and relaxed at the same time? His interests are traditions and customs, mainly outside the cities, and he calls it folklore. He loves nature and the myth which traditions have loaded upon natural leftovers, like, for example, the shell of a dead turtle, the skull of a goat. He also produces sounds, sometimes together with others, and brings them in a contextual symbiosis with his folkloristic collection in well-sculpted frames. Nicholas Makriotis. And the next. She has always been wandering between cultures and cultural roles. She describes herself as artist, curator, and DJ, always on the run, thief of reality, borrowing and mixing from the everyday, regifting my mother's cultural legacy. She strives for a bridging of art, post-colonial, queer, and gender theory. She organized projects like New Radicalism. She hosted Queering the Church and many, many other events. Sometimes she really wanted to be an artist. And then she realized she needs performance. And now she says, I'm not trying to save the world anymore. Now projects become much more manageable. They're closer to herself and to her heritage. And that from another from Afghanistan. Now there's one. Sound, videos, performances, sculptures, paintings, prints, the full range of options available for artists, leading to an active and energetic life. And then the book. Time to consolidate, to recapture, to restart. I wanted to be romantic, nostalgic, and empty, she says. This is the title actually of the video I took from this period, and this captures the essence of the plans. To create, quote, moments that will resonate with people, producing sentiments that will be lingering with them as fragments of a time past. I think this is well put. This describes it all, ladies and gentlemen. Milka Gafimai. And the next. The body is always present in her, mostly her own body, with extra skins and some form of garments attached to it, always in performative presentations. And she says, through masks and wearable objects and performances, I expose the connections between various topics. Femininity, too much. Identity, gender, religion, folklore, and the current pandemic. I try to capture the tension between reflection and discuss between beauty and happiness. And it is intriguing, that was the end of the quote, it is intriguing that the world is always there, not in an adventurous sense, but in being courageous, experimental, and indeed on the border between being attractive and not attractive. Many for everything was planned out for the 5 minutes. Then came Corona, and production became difficult. What's left to do? Taking long walks on the beach, scribbling at the sand. But instead of, I lost my line. But instead of leaving the secluded spot arranged by the ocean, that was filled with the plants. What was meant to disappear quickly was captured and frozen in time. This explains her relationship to nature, which at this part of the globe is very controlled, or produced measurements. Her actions seem perfectly logical, yet when she takes industrial cut wooden beams and tries to carve them back into natural twists, revealing what industrial production tried to erase. Berend van Boch. Trying to find the basis. She has tried each and every section of the Fine Art. She started with sculpture, and finally found a home. She said, It is because of the process that we can found our destiny as humans. This is the end of it. For now, this is manifested in respecting and appreciating everyday objects, not just for their function, and also not just for their form, but because of their invisible and energetic power. She calls it ether. The ether of the objects does not reveal anything, but it bestows them with a new power. This is what a painting is trying to capture. Marianne Manitz. No mountain seems too high for her. No project too difficult. With precise planning and driven by a very strong will, she plans and manages until the idea reaches conclusion and realization. Materials clay. She calls herself the Clayinator. And she says, with clay has come to my mind, a new mind every time. Lisa. Words matter a lot. They find a physical form, not as a translation, but as a new life. And it matters how words are presented. Text, place. Here comes a double quote. She calls herself an interdisciplinary artist who unfaithfully mixes the broad spectrum of materials such as text, color, paper-mache, fabric, programming, and video. Quote, this unfaith appears to be fit for the future. This spectrum and more is necessary for professional artistic practice today and in the future. KABK Fine Arts. Corona forced many artists as well as students to rethink their practice, specifically their presentation strategies. She calls it simulations. Wide field of possible presentation contexts open up. We find paintings dangling in the wind on an empty playground, or as a light projector in an empty cell. The artist is not present yet, but it could be, hopefully soon. She says, even if our surrounding gets sophisticated, our instincts remain primitive. This in itself would be a subject for some substantial research. Jessica Cabarrus. Lots of objects, reminding us of things we know. Sweet things, mostly made from clay. Richly colored, presented in a room, simulation, displayed, and offered, made a try. Take one, try one, that's no more. This is too much, I'm full already, I cannot eat more. And boom, we are stepped into the church she has laid out before us. And she describes it in this way. I create images that are hard to look at because of the chaos and abundance, and at the same time open up the playground for fragments that wants to be touched, shaped like a puzzle. Isa Mandela. Abundance could not be characteristic for her. Her paintings and drawings often literally hide what they are. Here is a secret that we will never find out. She says, when information is doubtful, filtering the dust of thoughts is extremely important. This is so true. She also said, I like being excited. So the lockdown wasn't really exciting, but after a while, longing for interaction with others. Ladies and gentlemen, and here's song. she saved the world. She wrote a book about it. She works in healthcare, and she discovered performance as well artistic. Again, best put in her own words. I always felt a distance coming when a work was finished. You put it in a space, you leave that space, and then it feels like an impersonal object. I no longer have a connection with it, and feel no connection with the people who do it. Performance art, that's very different. We have direct contact with the public, and when the performance is finished, the work is gone. That feels good. Ladies and gentlemen, Ingrid Andreas. Natural philosophy is a chapter of philosophy from the late 18th century to the early 19th century, for the rise of modern sciences. Why would a contemporary artist call his work a natural philosophy today? The answer is himself. Because I think it shares with ancient scientists that similar desire to reflect on the self as a part of the environment, and it has certain romantic connotations and messages. All right. In the light of debates around sustainability and the rise of critical questions about the axiom of constant growth, natural philosophy has found its way into the spotlight. He manages to translate his intentions into a mesmerizing setup, including time, reflection, physics, and history. Philip Bookoff. Her website invites the visitor to touch. The screen shows a close-up of human skin. Touching the screen does not transmit what touching skin will. The experience that visitors of physical installations often wanted to touch objects, made from clay, baked, or cold, has triggered the wish to concentrate more on the screen. This actually goes against all of our tools of teaching and interaction in pandemic times, when we all had to turn to digital tools to stay in touch. We can talk about touch, we can theorize about touch, but we cannot really touch. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe the idea of touching an artwork is more exciting than the actual touch itself. Eva Vanessa. Her artistic method is observe. Anything, even the shelf in the supermarket. She observes, talks to the people involved, and marks. Very simple, easy to be overlooked. But once a mark has caught our attention, we are drawn to a surprising aspect of reality which we might not have seen or heard without a mark. Eva Sigurd. Start with the quote again. If it's engaging for me, it is engaging for us. Indeed, a bold statement, a lot of confidence. It is born out of a sheer human production. The key to our work might be his photographs. And by that he says, I only understand my photographs when I look at them. This is a bit like shoot first, then later, a bit of a Wild West style, or a very subtle way of reflecting. He says about himself he has been moving internationally a lot. My work is also moving. Where one thing leads to the next, leads to the next, leads to the next, leads to the next. I believe the free-flowing lightness of the world lends itself to the analogy of an ever-moving thought process of the conscious one existence. Eric Cavaletto. For the next graduate, I realized that our discussions with them always ended in focusing on how artwork can be presented to the public rather than on the work themselves. I guess this is due to the fact that none of his work comes alone. It is a relationship between many works and to the context of its presentation that completes the work. This is not necessarily a new knowledge, but he brings it to a new level by fully embracing social media, alternative digital platforms, underground galleries, and the many art initiatives which make the fertilizer for new thinking about the role of artists in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Borchelli. Silence can be preferred. He has a lot to say, but he does not shout about. Small, well-rehearsed interventions, drawing on texts, transmit urgent messages and address questions relevant to all of us, although they are born out of a very personal experience and life story. And he says, my words derive from the experience of my political trauma, growing up in a closet in Russia, working primarily in drawing as a tool for searching clarity, articulating insights of past experiences, ranging in topics from self-censorship and censorship, visibility and invisibility, memory, masculinity, gender, sexuality, and nutrition. Boris Ogle. The driver for work is the experience gained through painting to move more and more into film. With astonishing skills and a well-developed sense of time-based images and storytelling, our upcoming project is a documentary film, reflecting the history of division, and segregated communities of Cyprus as a starting point to reflect upon identity claiming identity in general. Alexandra Buka. Like some of her fellow graduates, she has quite a strong sense for order. She says herself, words, lines are never far away in my work. And that's quite obvious. The most recent work circles around embroidery and knitting with white. And she says, I often work with the subjects needlework and repairing clothes, themes that relate to slow living, sustainability, and feminism. Combined with a love for text and language, this is a ground to create a rich artistic universe. Annemie van der Welt. I think I covered not everybody who can be here, but since there are a few of your fellow graduates who are not in the country at the moment and that might listen to us in one way or the other, I think we should also give them applause. Let's start here. The area where she grew up in Greece has been destroyed by a gigantic fire and left it as a cliff of ruins. That still haunts her and it determines her work. She tried to deal with it in the person of living the flame. Lately, this had to turn into a less dramaturgical method. She wrote herself. However, one morning I woke up to the sound of tractors demolishing. This was the moment where I realized that the theme and object of my potential artwork did not belong to me and was completely out of my control. Alexandra. Start with a quote. I think it is important to be flexible and balance with the circumstances. She said that in an article in Metropolis. She talked about the effects of the Corona shutdown, but she showed that throughout all the universities. She did amazing performances, often close to dance, with quite a bit of artistic behavior and with strong interest for Anastina Kayas. When we click on the welcome of our website, which usually invites to enter an attempt of mediating artistic intentions and visions in a communicative form, we come to a place which refuses to reveal anything, which remains cryptic in its visual and textual language. A collection of drawings, documentations, and photographical glitches tries to spoil our trust and seems to block us from trying to understand. She is also one of our first double degree students, Elena Kostenko. Again, I start with a quote. I find that I'm a different person every day with different perspectives and colors. This appears to be the right strategy to act against the categories. Still, it is not so easy to undermine being recognized. The picture has many facets, but it's still and it. Drawings like the triptych notes of a possible groundbreaking scientific experiment turn into massive wall drawings and find a way back into the storyboard of potential animation, discussing the future relationship between humans and machines in a digital age. Und ja. Working outside in nature as an artist is a huge challenge. What can you add to it? What could be complementing the beauty of the complex structure of a tree or the astounding logic of an anthill? She answers to this by not even trying to be more fascinating or spectacular, but by leaving subtle traces, which are in fact well-designed marks that blend in enough to be accepted as belonging to nature, and step out enough to trigger our thinking or refine. Something is not natural, something has been added. Carolina. What is my role as an African artist, which is built on the history of the development of the Western world? Adapt it and try to spice Western thinking with African aesthetics and traditions. Or I turn it upside down and take African politics and turn it into African initiatives built upon African traditions. This is a gigantic, possibly setting the start to a complete new line of history. It sounds very difficult, or even impossible. But someone with such a strong will, her, there's a big chance of success. Chantal Hassan. And then for now, but this, we still have another and a half more speeches.
And Danny?
Oh no.
And Danny?
And Danny. How are you? I know I wrote something beautiful about you. Sorry, Hannah. Ah, here. Found her. Now you won't forget who I'm talking about. You don't know who that is. In her second year, she wanted to create a game, but she realized I'm too systematic to be playful. That doesn't mean she does not do experiments. Recent works look like laboratories, set up by a more or less crazy scientist to investigate the life cycle of the plants. Seeds play an important role. They can be taken away to a new location, be planted, grown into a fruit plant, producing new seeds. Greenhouses dominated Dutch landscape. She takes the greenhouse technology and mixes it into for Anna Ehre. I need an assistant. So we don't know what I'm talking about. Expansive collections of pictures, logos, animations, sound bites floating around on the internet, put together in wide proportions. What is publicly available, kind of meaningless through trillion clicks, gets woven together to an adaptation of identity, a virus challenge, which slowly reveals secret details of his struggle for uniqueness. Very John. Thank you very much. That's it for me. And I would like to give the word to some of the team leaders. I don't know who wants to start. Ben will start. Thank you very much. And Ben, come forward. Thank you. And we can have some music in between, a little bit of sound. So
Yeah.
take the microphone.
Yes. Jezus, Ben.
Okay, hello. Of course, we have great admiration for all the students for what you have done in this time. But also for the tutors, for the staff. It's hard work. Okay. Thank you all. But for this moment, I asked my colleagues for some information on text quotes, because otherwise I don't know. I can say I can only information. So I'm very grateful for this, that I have some text, and I don't read out every single well, especially there's text for specific students. I'm not read out every single thing because it's a lot. But I read out some things. For example, from Dina, she wrote, I've been looking at quotes and poems from you for 3 hours, but everything seems to get lost in translation. There's one about the life of a fly and songs and this and another one about all your questions that never get answered, and only get to infinite questions. A poem about the whole lovely universe is right inside the germs of your hands. What I mean to say is that I'm so very much proud of you, and as Sister Love puts it, be yourself, everybody else is safe. It's from Dina. Maria, she wrote for every single student text, and again, I cannot read every text from her, but 3 of them I will mention, I will read out. About Harriet. I'm going to miss our talks and the rampant knowledge that goes in esoteric. I wish you luck for the future and hope that the words of Steve Jobs are sparks of wisdom to the path on which you travel. Don't be trapped by dogma. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your law. About Ingrid, your work constantly gives and receives. You have so much to tell. It doesn't show off, but it is at the same time so accomplished. I'm really going to miss our conversations, in which I have asked more about the life at sea. But that will come in the future. Success. about academia. You are an inspiring student, always working on ways to improve and grow, and I can remember vividly all of your work. It's a pleasure to have it in my mind's eye. You are able to maximize every present moment, and that gives you direction to move forward. Laughter is now such a big element in your work that it's our image. This is, of course, 3 of the 8 autonomous students. I will send it to the other, well, to everyone, of course. Let's say. Honor. Well, honors, and we a lot of quotes from most of the writers and musicians. And I will, well, about Daniel. And it's from a mission in Paris, Lucas Tifo, and probably you don't know, Lucas Tifo was a band based in the Hague in the 80s. It's for the knowledge, you can look, it's really nice. Lucas Tifo also really nice name for the group. Okay, wondering what you try to say when you were taking off, what's about the formula, maybe about love. Well, tells also a lot about, of course, the one who sent this to me. For example, Chantal from Isaac's Bob Dylan. If I only could hang on and just be a friend, I still can't remember all the best things you said. Maybe, okay. Alexandra from As You Like It, Shakespeare. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women here with players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one woman in her time plays many parts. Moon, from the Truman Show, Enterprise Earth. Your kingdom spreads, a frightening infection. Welcome to the illusion, the master section. Karin. It's from Allen Ginsberg, the quote. Follow your inner moonlight, don't hide the madness. Okay. And David, it's a more general text he sent to me. To all the graduation students to Alabama. It was an absolute pleasure following your artistic development over the last few years. I'm incredibly proud of what you have achieved and wish you all the best for the future. Good luck. Thank you. There's also, and that was this month, and I know Jonas is watching, so I cannot, yeah, but he sent me an SMS, so it's, wait a moment, it's, okay, it's not a smartphone, but inbox, and then, okay, graduates. You managed to serve under the enormous tsunami wave of corona awareness and still come out on top. If you can handle this, you can handle maybe not everything, maybe not. We have great hopes for you and are very curious to see how your non-pandemic art will look like. Really well done and tons of love. Okay, I cannot add nothing more than again, well done everyone, and congratulations.
Thanks, Tim. Just one little sad message. Gerald wanted to be here, but cannot be here. He feels ill. He actually was being tested yesterday, so we hope that he's safe and will catch this lovely virus. So unfortunately, he cannot give any individual words to you. That means for now, I hand over to Andre. Andre Klaus to speak.
Hey guys, I want to start with saying I'm the luckiest tutor here because I've known you all since the Proto-Dash. And this is why I love Proto-Dash, because I can see you guys before here. It's so fantastic and it makes me very emotional and I hope I won't cry, but I will speak prepared. I love you all. Okay. My dear fellow artists, because that's what you are. I don't have a lot of memories of my own graduation, but I'm pretty sure I'll remember this one in 28 years. I bet you all feel sorry that your parents aren't here. But still, I wish I graduated during the health crisis. The one memory I have from my graduation show is that my father came to see me. He started laughing. Is this art? You actually studied for this? So, you know, who knows? Maybe the Corona crisis saved you from some embarrassing moments. Still, it is a just question to ask yourself from time to time. Is this what I've studied for? In other words, is this the work I really want to make? Does this life belong to me? Am I still doing the things I set out to do? Or did I take an exit somewhere to a B road that I wasn't aware of? Always keep asking yourself these questions from time to time. It's of vital importance to yourself. There will be times that during a project, when you're chewing on your third tranquilizer of the day, that you think, "Fuck, did I get here?" But trust me, when you follow your heart and seize the opportunities that I presented to you in life, someday you might also find yourself on a project on a rooftop of some building overlooking the sunset of a big city in some continent somewhere. You will ask yourself the same question, but with a different intonation. How the fuck did I get here? This will happen, I promise you. I tell you how you got there. You got there by showing endurance, daring to take a leap, growing a thick skin while keeping an open mind at the same time. And above all, by believing in yourself in the moments when you simply don't have an answer. After all the inevitable compromises you will have to make now and then, and after all the hardship you have to endure, there's only one question you can ask yourself again. Was it worth it? I know my answer to that question. And I hope with all my heart that you later in your life will be able to answer that question with your words. Yes, it was worth it. Please don't listen to people whose opinions fill you with negative energy, but cherish few persons that always lead. As for the others, remember what the great Clint Eastwood used to say. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Congratulations.
One more, you know, Thomas has actually volunteered to take the work. Emmy and I'm not forgot to Emma. You know, so it's a three for painting. Yeah. Thank you very much. This is a little bit of an improv speech, nothing has been prepared. Only Ewout was supposed to do this talk, but he's not feeling well, so he's not with us. I'm a bit jealous about the great speech that Andre gave. The insights there, so don't expect it from me. I just want to say to the students I've been working with over the years that I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you. And I really think that especially the last half year was tough.
I can only imagine how hard it must be if you prepare to work on your final presentation and then all of a sudden everything changes around you, how difficult it must be and how hard it must be. And everybody blew me away. I think everybody outdid themselves. So I'm very, very proud of them. Apart from that, yeah, it is true. It's true. Apart from that, it was a pleasure working with you, and it's an honor to see you all blossom to the graduates you are now. And I think Femi would like to finish off with a last word.
Students now, artists, you're wonderful. We need you in this world. Keep this energy. We need it. Don't lose it. Congratulations.
I'm not walking up there anymore. Enough speeches, have a drink, let's celebrate a little bit. Thank you very much.
DJ saved my life. Yes, my DJ saved my life. Yeah. 'Cause I was sitting there bored to death. And then you just one breath you said, you gotta get up, you gotta get off, you gotta get down, girl. No, you drive me crazy, baby. Time to know.